Back with you on this Thursday morning. It's Mornings with Richard Cross, the beginning of a big day here at Sally Kate Winters Family Services in West Point. We're going to be here for the entire day. So starting at 10 o'clock, Gerard will be here for middays with Gerard Gibbert. Rebecca Turner this afternoon starting at 2, and then from 3 until 6, the boys with Sports Talk Mississippi will wrap things up. And throughout the course of the day, we're going to be telling you about the good work that is happening at Sally Kate Winters Family Services. A reminder that if you would like to donate to the work that's happening here, text to donate. SuperTalk 25. Text that word to 91999 on your phone. Again, it's 91999 if you would like to make a donation. You hear something that's going on at Sally Kate Winters, and it touches your heart a little bit. We'd love for you to share in the work that's happening here. I'm glad to welcome Genika McGee now. She is a TLP advisor. TLP, an acronym for Transitional Living Program. Genika, good morning to you.
Good morning.
Thanks for being with us. I talked about the work that is happening at Sally Kate Winters, and we know about the counseling programs, and we know about the forensic interviews, and we know about the emergency shelter. One of the most fascinating things to me, though, has been learning about the Transitional Living Program. So many times when we think about abusive situations, it's about younger children. But you've got older children who are making that transition from high school to the next stage of their life. And maybe they don't have the support that they need. Is that the biggest thing that the transitional program offers?
Support, mental health services, life skill classes.
I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna raise your mic just a little. We want everybody to be able to hear you. You said mental health services and life skill classes as well.
Yes, sir.
What do those life skill classes look like?
So whatever they may need once they leave the program, so that may be learning how to write checks, maybe open an account,
Just kind of financial literacy
right.
in terms of moving
how
forward.
to look for a job, how to fill out an application, along the lines of that.
Yeah, and that's stuff that I guess we take for granted. Interestingly enough, the legislature had a financial literacy program that would go in place for school-age children across the entire state. Don't think that one made it to the finish line. Not sure why. Doesn't make a whole lot of sense because it may be the single most valuable skill that a young person learns before moving into the next stage of their life.
Right.
In terms of the way that the kids receive you, the kids welcome you in or welcome this program, what's that like? Are they excited about it? Does it take a little while to build trust? What does that look like?
Well, no, sir, because by the time they get into the program, they have already met me because I do the interviews.
Okay.
And once I do the interview, I get them into the program. And for the most part, like I said, my part is the mental health services. And so I kind of reach out and link them to resources so that they can complete the program in the 18 months.
And when you say the interviews, you're talking about interviews for the Transitional Living Program?
Yes, sir.
So more times than not, are you dealing with children who want to be part of this program as they move to that next step of their life?
Yeah, a lot of them want to be a part of the program, but they're just not able to be a part of the program.
Why is that?
It could be for, one, drug issues, and our program is just not set up for youth that are on, like, heavy drugs.
Right.
And again, we do still link them to resources if they're not a good fit for the program.
Is there an accountability piece where they have to uphold their end of the bargain if they enter the program?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, maybe you don't have like if there's a drug problem coming in, but that's not something that if you while you're in the program you get outside the boundaries, you have to stay in line.
I mean, of course, each youth still have to pass a drug test while they're in the program.
Right. Yeah. Tell me about a success story or two that you've seen, where you've seen a child enter the program. You know, maybe they're struggling mentally, maybe they are not ready to make that transition, and you've seen the program help them.
Well, I won't say mentally. I think more it was the support. She liked the support, but because she had support from us, she had built support from the school that she worked at. She was able to complete school at Mississippi State and go on to become a teacher.
That's incredible. Yeah.
So that was a very big success story for us because we seen how she struggled while she was here with the relationship with her mom.
Well, it's incredible, right? Because you never know what a person's background is.
Right.
From what have they come to get to where they are, and I mean, it's a story about overcoming the odds and having a lot of people in your corner pulling for you and trying to help you along the way.
Yes, sir. And we encourage a relationship with their parents, but at the same time, it's only so much that we can do on our end.
Well, and that's got to be a healthy relationship too, right?
Healthy relationship.
Do you deal with some of that in terms of your coaching and the mental counseling that goes on where you're trying to walk that line to hey, a relationship with your family can be a good thing, but it's got to be a healthy relationship?
Yes, sir. We talk about boundaries a lot when it comes to our families.
Boundaries.
Boundaries are very, very important because sometimes the parents overstep the boundaries, and sometimes the parents want to try to control the youth while they're in the program.
Yeah.
And so, again, I go over boundaries. The life skill coach goes over boundaries. So we're working hard to teach those boundaries so that when they do leave the program, they will know what it looks like and they can, do it.
Well, you want to talk about something that's hard. I'm guessing that I'm older than you. I mean, I see people that are my age, and I'm sure you see people your age. We see people that are older who have trouble with boundaries, right? Whether it's with a parent or an in-law or a brother or a sister or an aunt or an uncle, and it's because usually that involves saying no. Usually that involves saying, no, I'm not going to do this. No, this isn't a good idea. I'm not sure there's a harder word in the English language to say than no on a regular basis. But it's hard to establish families because you're dealing with feelings. And usually, not always, but usually people are not trying to be in a place that's improper from a boundary standpoint. Sometimes they are, I guess. But you still have to tell somebody that you love or that you care about, no.
Right. And sometimes that takes work. I mean,
Sure.
Again, that's not a 2, 3, 4 sessions. That may be a month, 2, 3 months where we're learning what boundaries look like. And that may be you going through something while you're here, and maybe we're having to help guide you. But, no, it's hard.
Is there a situation where it also becomes hard because when you need to put up a boundary, sometimes what you are stopping feels like love or feels like support, and you're dealing with somebody who maybe is longing for that because there hasn't been enough of that, and yet you still have to say, no, this isn't healthy, this isn't the right way to go about it?
Right, yes. Because sometimes you're so used to things being the way they were. And so now you're trying something new, and it's foreign to you.
Yeah. Certainly it's heavy stuff. Why are you in this role?
I enjoy working with the youth in this program. I enjoy the mental health side. I enjoy watching the youth, I'll be honest, not every youth that come through the program does well, but they do
Sure.
learn something, and that's enough for me to say, hey, at least I know I did something that you can take with you for the rest of your life.
You told me that you grew up in Starkville, so in this Golden Triangle area.
Mm-hmm.
Were you aware growing up of Sally Kate Winters and the work that was happening here?
I was not.
Really?
I was not.
Did you become exposed to it while you were in college, or was it only once you were kind of in the job market?
It was once I got in the mental health field and I started kind of, filling out some of the places around here, just locally, like community counseling, just, any other mental health places.
Sure. It's an incredible place where incredible work is going on, and the role that you play is certainly an important one. Thanks so much for your time this morning.
Thank you so much. I enjoyed you.
Great visiting with you. You sat down and you're like, this is a long time we're going to talk. I told you we'd make it easy. Right? It was easy enough.
It was easy.
Good.
Thank you so much.
Very good. Genika McGee, she's a Transitional Life Program. Sorry, turned the wrong mic down. A Transitional Life Program counselor here at Sally Kate Winters. And it's a place that touches all ages, right? You have the youngest of children coming in from abusive situations. You have children that are in their formative years. And then you've got kids who are getting ready to take that next step in life. And we know that in the best of situations, sometimes that next step after high school can be scary. When you compound that with abusive relationships, boundaries that are being crossed, it makes it especially difficult. And we're grateful that people like Genika are here to help young people who are making that transition. We got more coming up with you. Scott Colom's going to join us next. He's the district attorney here in Lowndes County. Benjamin Land, assistant district attorney, going to join us as well as we continue to tell you the story of Sally Kate Winters to you on SuperTalk Mississippi.